Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, today we're going to check out kind of a new brand out there. It's the B-yond EDC is the brand, and I mistakenly thought originally it was a Smoky Mountain Knife Works, kind of a new like house brand for them. Pretty sure that is not the case because you can find them at other retailers like Blade HQ and stuff. So that was my mistake in understanding the brand itself. But this is the B-yond EDC Harak, Harak, and I'm just gonna. I kind of did this during SKL the other night, but I mean, if I just hold it up there like this, I mean, right off, tell me a brand that you think it resembles. Okay? You got your idea? To me, it pretty much resembles the recent, like the newer lines from Ganzo, like your FH series. A few of their, especially in the G10, the look of the G10 and just how the texturing of the G10, it really reminds me of a Ganzo. Now, do I say that negatively? Not at all. That is not my intention at all. I really like a lot of the FH line of knives from Ganzo. Ganzo was one of those companies that for the long time, they were kind of the copycat type guys, and they kind of deserved the moniker that they got. But recently with their FH line of knives in the last couple of years, I hope, they've kind of gotten away from that. I mean, they're going to carry that moniker with them for a long time, but the B-yond EDC, I'm digging it. I'm just digging this knife. All right, let's just do our review here. As I said, G10, got nice texturing on that G10. Got a really decent grip on it. Your screws are countersunk really well. You do have a fill plate there for your pocket clip because your pocket clip is ambidextrous. They are not recessed screws, but they are fairly low profile. They're pretty small. You do have quite a bit of clearance there, and it's fairly deep carry, which is nice. The pocket clip worked out really well. A lot of clearance in and out of the pocket pretty darn well. I mean, it's got some pretty decent retention on it. Centering, let's check our centering. Yeah, centering's pretty much right there. Stainless liners, G10 backspacer, but you're still looking at you're pretty fairly open construction there. I mean, the backspacer is just a little bit. The lanyard slot is what we'll call it. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go with like regular 550 paracord or something, you're going to have to kind of smoosh it through there. But there is a spot for a lanyard. So, the only thing on the handle that because everything is, I mean, if you look, I mean, it's not overly chamfered, but it's not like sharp or, it's very clean. We'll put it that way. Everything is very clean. It's not really chamfered or milled, but the edges are very clean. And same way with the liners. The liners are very clean. Everything's pretty flush there, yeah. Not bad. So this is the Harak is the first knife from the B-yond EDC line that I've gotten, that I've taken a look at. There's the linear, there's a couple more. They have a few out now. So definitely, probably one I'll be checking out, a brand I'll be checking out a little bit more in depth. There you go, liner lock, pretty decent access to the liner. Not bad, not too bad. Flipper, ball bearing pivot action. Yeah. Not bad. Can you fail it? Ooh, I don't know if you can. That detent's pretty... Oh, yeah, there you go. There it is. The detent's not too bad, though. Can I shake it out? No, not really. Well, detent's not too bad. There you go. B-yond EDC. That is the brand. There's your model number, SA1902. D2 on the blade steel. You got a nice stone-washed finish there on the blade. Pretty nice looking finish there on the blade. I do like a nice stonewash. Got that elongated drop point. Nice swedge across the spine. Choil now, that is definitely a sharpening choil. It's not a finger choil. Can you get your finger up there? Yeah, if you use the backside of that flipper tab and kind of hug it, I mean, you can buy yourself some space, but if your finger gets up there, you're gonna get bit. So, for me, it's definitely not a finger choil. You got to be really careful. Really, really careful. First off, right off the bat, I mean, grip-wise, good grip. I mean, deep carry pocket clip is not... I can maybe feel it there a little bit. But not bad. Not bad at all, really. I mean, it does stand a little high. You do have the clearance that I... But it's not too bad. It lands in my hand pretty well. Let's get our stats real quick. Decent sized knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right about 8.5. Fully open. Handle 4 3/4, which is pretty much going to give us about a 3 3/4 inch blade. Cutting edge, right about 3.5 on the cutting edge. And then grip length, we're looking at, now natural grip length, you're looking at about 3 1/4, 3 3/8. Can you get down here? You could. I don't think, you know, my hand, sorry, it helps if it's in the camera, doesn't it? I'm looking at the knife over here. Yeah, it works. Y'all are like, the screen is blank, dude. Okay, sorry. There you go. Yeah, you could get your hand down there without too much. I think it'd be all right. But natural from point to point is about that 3 1/4, 3 3/8. And yes, my hand fits it really nice. Once again. Kind of sort of got a ramp. You do have a very nice landing pad for the thumb, for sure. Let's get a weight. Doesn't have any milling if I remember correctly. No, I did it again. Golly, I'm looking at it off camera. You're like, dude, stop with that. No real milling for weight relief. So, what are we gonna come out at? 135 grams. So yeah, it's got a little bit of weight to it. 4.4. So we're definitely over in our, blade to weight ratio, blade length to weight ratio, but it's not that bad of a carry. I mean, a carry's fine for me. Let's look at our pocket clip. In and out. Yeah, a little bit showing. Nothing too major, though. Good retention. Nice pop on that thicker material, my jeans material. Throw some quick size comparisons out here. What do we got? How about, it's a bigger knife. How about a PM2? So definitely longer than the PM2. A lot slimmer as well. How about, oh, I know. How about this one? Haven't seen this one in a while. Breaking out some of the old dogs. How about the 940-2 Osborne? Definitely longer than that. Yep. Definitely longer than the 940-2. But how about One of the most beautiful knives in my collection. How about the Crooked River? The Mini Crooked River, excuse me. Yeah, definitely a little longer than the Mini Crooked River. So, decently long knife. Love this knife. Oh, thank you, Zach. Sorry, just had to do that. Anytime I break that knife out, I gotta thank Zach. But I mean, it's a good, overall, good carry knife for me. Lots of blade. Worked very well. I mean, cutting rope, yeah. It worked very well at work, you know. It did what I wanted it to. Cutting rope, cutting a little bit of cardboard, not a whole lot. Mostly rope is what this one got. Maybe couple of those, like, it's not really Kevlar, but it's like that Kevlar type strapping. I don't know what it's made of for sure, but that's all that really comes to mind. I cut a few of those type strapping and stuff like that, but overall, yeah, you know, I'm kind of digging it. Again, they sell for that. I mistakenly said high 20s on SKL, and I'm very sorry about that, guys. I had just gotten the knife, and my information was a little skewed, so I do apologize for that. Like I said, I was under the understanding that it was kind of going to be an SMKW house brand, but I don't believe that's the case, as I said, because you can get it at other retailers. So, but yeah, 45-ish bucks for it. Can you find knives for cheaper, like your Ganzos and stuff? Those are definitely the high 20s, and they're probably pretty comparable to this knife, I'll be perfectly honest with you. And yeah, you're gonna pay a little bit more for the B-yond EDC, but I like it. It worked well. It did its job. It's a pretty solid knife, so I can't complain about it. So Blue's gonna give it an 8. I think that's a pretty good rating. Be a little bit better if the price, you know, a little bit better rating. It would sneak up to that 8.5 if the price was probably a little bit more comparable to, say, like your Ganzos, because they're pretty close in comparison. So if it was down in that 35 or less range, it would probably be an 8.5. But there you go. That is the B-yond EDC Harak. Greatly appreciate you guys stopping by to check it out with me today. This one was a requested knife. Somebody requested it for review, so we got it, and it's probably going to be given away on the channel. I'll be perfectly honest with you at some point. So, I mean, you guys know I do that with a lot of these knives that I get for review. That, yeah, I just turn around and give them away. So this one's probably going to be one of them. So somehow, somewhere, keep your eyes open. You might get an opportunity to win the B-yond EDC Harak. Thanks a lot, guys. Always appreciate it. Remember, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to y'all. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.